What's good, guys? You have tuned into the Urban Archer channel, and it is me, the Urban Archer, coming at you with another video. And it's an exciting day, guys. Why is it exciting? Well, first off, it's exciting because I woke up this morning, y'all. Y'all should all feel blessed because of that. You know, we have a chance to get up and do it again. So, besides that, it's also exciting because the other day I was perusing online, y'all, and I was looking at OfferUp. And like I tell you guys all the time, if you're interested in archery and you're interested in buying archery gear and you do not have a whole bunch of money to mess with, I highly recommend that you guys look on OfferUp, and I highly recommend that you guys look in like eBay or just Craigslist, any website that you could think of where people sell things secondhand, and you will be able to find so many objects for sale that are extremely cheaper than what they would be buying them out the store, that you will be able to find what you need to go ahead and get yourself started into archery. I'm sorry about the glare, guys. It's really sunny outside. But anyway, so I was looking online, I was looking on OfferUp, and I happened to find a bow for sale, and it was only $20, guys. And it's a vintage bow. It's a very, very old bow. It was made in like the 80s or whatever, and it was when they first started messing around trying to figure out how to make compound bows, and they were just kind of messing with like the whole style of that kind of bow, and it was just an early made bow, and it's a Bear Whitetail too, and I found it. It had the quiver with it and everything and all that stuff, and I found it and I drove out Virginia Beach. I live in Norfolk, guys. I live in Virginia, so I drove out Virginia Beach. There was a guy who had it. He, didn't know nothing about the bow or whatever, but it was like brand new out the box, guys. Let me show you this bow. Okay, guys, so here's the bow. All right, it's a very old bow. Okay, so it's a Bear Whitetail too. Okay. I mean, this is a very old bow. Very old. This is like made in the 80s and stuff, guys. But it is a compound bow. And the beautiful thing about this particular bow, guys, is it can be shot using fingers. You can use fingers with it, or you can actually do what I'm going to do and create a hybrid out of it. My idea for this bow, because some of the mounting points on it and stuff are like somewhat the same as the newer compound bows. What I'm going to do to this is I'm going to make this bow into a hybrid. I'm going to take some newer hardware and put it on this bow. So I'm going to put a up-to-date sight scope on there. I'm going to put an up-to-date rest on there. I'm going to put a D-loop on there so I can actually pull it back with a release instead of using my fingers. I'm going to do a couple things to this bow in order to get it to what I want it to be. And it's going to be awesome. I already know this bow. This bow is so freaking smooth, y'all. When you pull this thing back, I mean, the pullback and the draw on this bow is so smooth, y'all. It's like ridiculous. It's like butter, man. So, but it's set at 70 pounds. This thing is no joke. It's set at a full 70 pounds, and it's right now. The draw length is set at 30. The draw weight is at 70 pounds, and the AMO compound string length is at 38, which is, it's like this bow is meant for me to buy because that's all my exact numbers. I am a 30-inch draw. I am a 70-pound guy. So this bow is going to fit me perfectly. It's already set up. But even if it wasn't set up, it had multiple cams. But being that this thing was brand new out the box, I got all the parts that originally came with it. I got the original sight scope, it's just like a little plate that they got on the side with like two little pins. And it's kind of cool for what it was back in the day when they were first starting out. But I'm gonna like bring this thing up to date. I saw a couple guys on YouTube and online or whatever that had brought these and kind of like brought them up to date, put some modern hardware on them and stuff, and put some D loops on them so they could shoot them with releases and all that good stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it up just like that, and I'm going to make a video on it for you guys, and then I'm going to make a video. I'm going to take this thing to the range, and I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to make a video on me shooting this bow for the first time, because I've never shot it before. I have yet to put any arrows through it, because I just brought it yesterday. So stay tuned for that, guys. That's going to be an awesome video. I can't wait to shoot this thing and see what it feels like to let an arrow go. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you guys. I'm very excited about it. I'm very much so looking forward to messing around with it and figuring out how I can set it up and what it can do. Like I said, the draw is really smooth, so I expect it to shoot really nice and everything. So this is the Bear 2 whitetail. Now, if you're not, that's okay. So this is the point. Okay, my point is this: you don't need to get a bow from 2020 in order to shoot, because a bow from 2020 is a lot like a bow from 2018, or a bow from 2018 was a lot like a bow from 2016. You know what I mean? Like, they are not making improvements on these bows in leaps and bounds from year to year. It's just small, tiny, incremental increases on maybe your IBO speed or whatever, little things here and there, like a little teeny tiny incy weensy tweak. But by no means should you feel that if you have to buy an older bow from, like say if you can't afford something new, but let's say you're looking online and you see somebody selling a 2015 such and such, whatever, buy it. Because you're not going to be any less accurate. You're not going to be any less capable of learning how to shoot that thing and being accurate and effective with it as you would be if you went out here and spent $1,100 on a 2020 Hoyt or Matthews bow or whatever. You know, I didn't spend $1,100 on my bow, y'all. I spent like almost $400 on my bow to buy it initially. And then I caught it on sale. So, you know what I mean? I've seen it in the store for like $5.99 and stuff like that. But I spent about $400 on the bow to buy it initially. And then altogether so far as my whole entire setup is concerned, honestly, I've probably spent about $1,000, about $1,100 so far. And that's arrows, everything from my wax to all the things I need to work on my bow. That's my bow. That's arrowheads. That's my new 2 different sights that I brought. That's 2 different releases that I brought for it. It's so many different things that I brought to shoot my bow that ran me up to $1,100, which is stuff that you guys don't absolutely have to do. You don't have to have 2 releases. I brought 3 actually. I brought 1 release when I first brought the bow. I gave that to my old lady. I brought the second one, which I'm going to use for this bow that I'm about to outfit. And I brought a thumb release, a hand release, which I use on that bow now when I shoot and everything. So that's 3 releases right there. So that's about $150 worth of releases alone. So you guys don't have to do that. If you go out and you spend $35-$40 on a release, that's it. That's all you got to spend. That's it. You don't got to buy 3 or 4 of them. So again, like I said to you guys, don't feel like it's just like everything else, like a cell phone, like a car or whatever. You don't need a new one every single year. You don't need the most recent up-to-date model in order for you to shoot and be good at it and be competitive. You can get something like that bow I just showed you guys. Take your time, set it up right, learn how to shoot it, and you can go out here and shoot beside anybody. It doesn't really matter. So archery is just one of them things where it has a lot to do with your skill. Yes, it does have a lot to do with your rig and what you're able to do with your setup, but it has a lot to do with your skill and your ability to execute the shot and whether you practice or not and you put the time in. So that's what's most important. It's not having a bow from 2020 versus a bow from the 80s. I could probably take this bow from the 80s and shoot it for a few months and then go out here and shoot against somebody who's got like a 2020 Matthews or something like that and probably go shot for shot with them if I really focus and learn how to use this thing right. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm sure that it's going to be a little bit different than my compound that I have now, but it still is a compound. So the fundamentals should be pretty much the same. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to do all that stuff, guys, and I'm going to make a video setting this particular bow up so you guys can see me set up a vintage bow. And I'm just going to keep coming at you guys with as much content as I can come at you guys with. All the guys and gals that have subscribed to me just recently, I want to thank you guys. I appreciate your support and everything, and I just want you to just continue to watch my videos and just help me push this thing. And if, like I said, if you guys have any social media or anything that you guys can put my videos on, I would highly appreciate you guys pushing my videos. Don't forget to hit the bell, guys. You got to hit the bell in order for you to know when these videos are coming up, so I can get the views and I can get the support, because that helps me out, and I appreciate that. And just don't forget to like, you guys, and put something in the comment section. I like to talk to you guys and get some feedback from you all, so just put something in the comment section and I'll definitely respond back to you. But this is the Urban Archer signing out.